Stop scrolling because one of the greatest breakup songs ever written wasn't actually written for the ex. Nay, nay. It was written for her mama. Y'all know the song, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Okay, that one. Now, if you don't know Outkast by name, trust me, you've definitely heard, hey, yeah. I mean, these guys are absolute legends. So here's what a lot of people don't realize. Back in the day, Andre 3000 started dating another music legend called Erykah Badu. The two fell in love and had a son together. And for a while, everything seemed perfect. But eventually, the relationship ended. Most people assume Miss Jackson was Andre apologizing to Erykah. Nope. He was apologizing to her mother because Erykah Badu's real last name is Wright with a W. Her mother's name is Colleen Wright. So why is the song called Miss Jackson? Well, according to Andre, he didn't want to make it about one specific family. Miss Jackson was meant to be a universal name, kind of like saying Jane Doe, because let's be honest, when you've been with somebody for years, you don't just fall in love with them. You meet their parents, you meet their cousins, their friends, their grandma, who keeps asking when you're about to get married. Then y'all break up. And somehow you feel like you broke up with the whole family too. And Andre felt awful. He didn't know how to tell Erykah's mother how sorry he was for hurting her daughter. So instead, he wrote one of the greatest hip-hop songs ever made. Now here's my favorite part of the story. When the song first dropped, Erykah Badu was in her home studio making music. One of her friends came in and said, "Hey, Andre just dropped a song called Miss Jackson." Erykah basically said, I ain't trying to hear all that. But her friend insisted, "Nah, you really need to listen to this one." So she presses play. Big Boy's verse comes on first. Now, if you've heard it, it's a little spicy. He's talking about relationship drama, custody issues, paying bills. And Erykah's sitting there thinking, boy, absolutely not. She was ready to turn off. Then Andre's verse started. Everything changed. Instead of attacking anybody, he started talking about how beautiful the relationship was in the beginning, how deeply he loved her, how he wished things could have worked out, how he wished he could take away all the pain he'd caused. And most importantly, he promised he'd always be there for their son. It wasn't a diss track, it was an apology, not just to Erykah, but to the woman who raised her. Erykah later said she loved Andre's verse, and here's the part that made me smile. Her mom loved it so much, she actually got a license plate that said Miss Jackson. Now that's taking an apology. Today, Andre 3000 and Erykah Badu are still friends. They've successfully co-parented their son for years. And honestly, maybe that's what a healthy breakup is supposed to look like. Not pretending the love never happened, but respecting each other enough to move forward, and somehow one heartfelt apology became one of the greatest songs of all time. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize.